What is up? UFC 326. We finally got a numbered event. It's like kind of Mickey Mouse event, but it is what it is. Really good main event. So let's just get straight into it. First fight of the night, we got Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato.
You want to go first here?
Yeah, you can go first. You can go first.
All right. I've been watching the tape, been doing some studying, thinking about that outside foot battle here.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Fernandez is knocking this guy out round one. What Bellato, he's just worse everywhere the fight goes, I think.
I agree.
And Fernandez has got some heavy hands and decent wrestling, so I think that'll be enough to get the job done against blockhead like Bellato.
I mean, I just don't see like as much of the will to win from Bellato. Like he faked or whatever you want to call that weird performance he had against Paul Craig, where bro, he was faking. Let's just be
That
honest.
was
He faked
completely
getting
fake.
knocked out and was like putting on like a "Oh my God, I just woke up" performance. Like that was ridiculous. Where am I? Like, bro, oh my
Seeing
God.
Ghost looking like Jets Sam Darnold out there.
Bro, that was bro, that's a good fucking comparison. Just
And then
like
he got
seeing
the head
Ghost.
boxed off of him like by Navajo Sterling. Like,
Yeah, that was what I was just about to say. Like Navo Sterling's like I don't think he's gonna be anything crazy. I do think he's got some talent, but like I'm picking Luke Fernandez. He had a nasty KO in Contenders series.
yeah, I
He
mean the
looks
guy
like
he
he just
fought
has a
was
lot of
terrible,
power.
but
What were you gonna say?
the guy he fought was terrible, but
Yeah, the
like
guy he fought was like you could tell, like they even said like this guy's huge favorite on this card, but like
yeah,
as far as light heavyweight goes, I'm looking at Luke Fernandez like just like his athleticism, and I'm seeing this guy's gonna do a little bit well, at least.
yeah, I agree.
All right, next fight, we got K-pop star versus Timu Ilia. What are we thinking for this one, Weller?
Uh Lee's got it, I think. I think it's gonna be by TKO or decision. Like he's just smaller, like he likes to stay at range and use
Oh
his
yeah, wait,
kicks,
wait.
but
We should do our specific predictions for each one. So for this one, I'm gonna predict round one Fernandez. You got round
yeah,
one?
round one knockout as
Round
well.
one Fernandez. All right, get that established. Sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna take Lee to get this one done, probably by decision. I'm gonna say he's kind of a brawler, but like I think he's gonna kind of get in the face of Bolanos and just beat him up in the striking, honestly. Bolanos really probably just isn't UFC level. Coming up a weight class, he's smaller, he's at a 5 inch disadvantage in reach. Like there's no way for him to win, in my opinion here.
Yeah, I think Bolanos, in my opinion, is just kind of a punching bag. I mean, he's got like a nice spinning elbow or whatever, apparently, but we haven't really seen it in the UFC. He's just kind of gotten beat up. Like, I don't think McGee's a terrible loss, and he looked honestly better
Not
in that fight.
well, he also can't grab. He got submitted by
Yeah,
Quang
that's what I
Lee.
was just about to say is he looked better in that fight than he honestly did again. Like that's a way better loss. Losing to Quang Lee by submission is a completely different thing. Quang Lee got knocked out by who was it?
Santiago Luna.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Santiago Luna. Like that was Santiago Luna's debut fight, and he knocked him out in the first round. Santiago Luna is actually a guy I believe in a lot, but like, bro, like this a 21-year-old guy on his debut's beating this guy, and you're getting subbed by him. This guy's ass. Lee is just a brawler. I think he's gonna make it so scrappy that I don't think it's gonna go the distance. I think this is one where like you're gonna see the finish posted on Instagram, and it's be like. This one had the commentators going wild. It's gonna be like very little technique, but I think
I think
Lee's
it might
gonna get
just
it
be like
done.
a war, like a
I'm gonna
just a
go round
scrap
round two
decision.
KO. Round two KO, Lee. Moving up the card, we got Dr. Nurgojai versus
Ron
Rafael
Satibaldi, a victim
Tobias.
right here.
Yeah, Nurgojai, like I mean, no one can blame him for losing to the GOAT Umran Sadabaliev. Like that's just like I mean, that's just like losing to Habib. It's not a big deal. Um,
This dude's got some of the worst submission defense in the UFC, I think.
However, like if you're gonna lose, maybe don't lose by Ezekiel choke. Um,
And this guy also got subbed by Brenson Ribeiro, like a bad
he's bad.
striker. Like
Um,
Nurgaj's getting fed to a prospect here.
Tobias is 14 and 1. Wait, can
He's
you
really
look at them?
young.
He's just came off of Contender Series. Uh, I don't know how good he is. He's fighting at like some random shoot box gym, like not like the main one where like Tulio
Yeah.
and those guys. He's at like some random one. Um,
I watched some of his like highlights from the regional scene. He's got pretty impressive wrestling, I think, and then a good submission game. So I think that's enough to beat DR Nurgaj.
I think yeah, I think this will be like I think Tobias might have a little more trouble than most people think. I'm gonna go with round three sub.
I'm gonna go round one.
Round one sub. All right.
I think he'll get it to the ground early and then be able to work for a sub and
Yeah. I
find it
do
later
think
in the round.
you might be right. I do think I do see this definitely being a submission, or I mean, or it could be a knockout. Like, I don't think he even has that great of striking, really.
Yeah.
He's kind of just like a head kick merchant, I feel like. And he's kind of
Yeah.
just like
He's
that
got an
one of those
overhanded
dudes who's
head
just like
kick.
from Kazakhstan, so he's got like that Shavkat aura somehow.
Nah, he doesn't have the
No, he
same.
doesn't, but like people they see that flag and they're like, "Ooh, from Kazakhstan." You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Like Alibi Idris, people see that and they're like, "Ooh, that guy's from Kazakhstan. This guy must be good." Like he's solid, but don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go round three sub. Went round one. Next, final on the early prelims, we got Suma Darji versus Jesus Aguilar.
A really interesting fight, actually, I think. I was looking at this more, and I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna go Sumudarji by decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's so much bigger. He has like a 10-inch advantage in reach on Aguilar. And I don't think Aguilar is the wrestling. Like he's a guillotine guy. Sumudarji's not gonna be shooting takedowns on him. And I don't think Aguilar is the wrestling to really get him down. So I think Sumudarji is just gonna outstrike him on the feet, get like a little 29-28 decision.
I can see that. I do think Suma Darji has some pretty like I mean, I don't know. He did lose to Matt Schnell in like a life or death battle.
I mean, I think he destroyed Matt Schnell's
He has
chin
some
though, to be
pretty
fair.
like high level ish fights, but I just feel like Jesus Aguilar is a little bit younger, a little bit more on a streak. I feel like he's got something to prove, and I feel like he has good moments in his fights. Like he even knocked down Tatsuro Taira with a leg kick at the start of their fight, and like had like a crappy little guillotine. But I think Aguilar will win this one by decision. My opinion.
I could see this one going either way. Good
Yeah,
matchmaking here.
I think this is a good fight. Yeah, I agree. All right, we got Cody Durden versus the Art of the Knockout. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name. I'm just gonna call him by his nickname. He's the Art of the Knockout. So
Two career
that's
knockouts though.
that's what we're calling
I
him.
don't know
No,
about the
yeah,
first name, but I
this
believe the
guy's
last name is pronounced Tumendumbarrel, I
I
want to
don't know if
say.
you can see it, but this guy has like way more submissions on his roster than he does
Yeah.
KOs. But this fight, man, Cody Durden to me, he's just a complete victim. Like I'm not gonna lie, when I
Yeah.
think of Cody Durden, I think of him just getting absolutely thrown across the octagon by Jose Ochoa. Low key, one of my favorite flyweights. I hope he bounces
Durden, I
back.
think, might be one of the most finishable fighters in the entire UFC.
I think Cody Durden, we've talked about this before, is me and Weller who would want to fight the most in the UFC. And I think it would either be Cody Durden or Matt Schnell.
Two
It
chiniest
might be Cody
flyweights.
Durden. I really think Cody Durden is just the most chinnable guy. Um, like Honestly, this one I feel like it'll probably be like a round two or three submission
Yeah, I'm gonna
by
go round two sub
Tum
for
Tumendebarrell.
I'm gonna
But
go round two sub for two men dem
yeah.
barrel.
I could also see a knockout just because Durden's chin is ass and like
Yeah.
I don't know, I
He's
could
been
see
subbed a lot too.
yeah, I could see him I could see uh Naim Jargle going for a take, Meg, like, kind of feinting the takedown, maybe bombing a right hand. But other than that,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go round two sub. You said round
I'll go
two?
round two sub as well.
All right. We agree. Spot on that time. Bet. All right, we got Ricky Tercios versus Alberto Montes.
I don't know
It's
much about
interesting this fight.
Montez.
It's always interesting like how many like connected fighters there are on these cards because like we were just talking about Durden and how like or whatever, but like Tercios lost to Raul Rosas Jr. It's just interesting that they're both in the same card, like how that always
Yeah.
works out. Um, anyway, that's the first thing that I think of. Tercio's kind of a victim of Rosas. I don't think he's very good. He kind of just looks weird to me. Like the way he looks just kind
Yeah.
of pisses me off,
He
really.
he's going up a weight class. I mean, what everybody says about him, like he's got heart, but like not much else. And Montez, I don't know much about him, but he seems to have high level submission game. He's got a lot of anacondas and Darce chokes on his record, so I feel like Tercios isn't going to be able to avoid that. I'm going to say
Hmm.
Montez round two sub.
I agree. I Montez apparently just like I didn't see him on Dana White's Contender Series because I only started watching Contender Series this year. He fought last year on Contender
Yeah,
Series and
2024.
hasn't made his debut yet because he's had like some knee injuries that he's been having throughout his career. But I see him coming in healthy in this matchup. I think he's a good enough grappler. Like, I mean, we've literally seen this guy get submitted by a talented grappler in Rosas. I think this guy is talented enough. He's gonna go out and get a round one sub. Alberto Montes. All right, this next fight we got Dante Johnson versus Cody the Victim Brundage.
How is this guy fighting again so quickly? He got TKO'd a month ago.
Bro,
And now let me come back and fight another dangerous
I was
prospect.
just thinking
Like,
about that. Like, I literally, when I saw this matchup get made, I was like, is that the same Brundage that I just saw fight like a week ago?
yeah, he gets finished by Cam Roston, one of the biggest middleweights, and then he gets to fight this dense, thick middleweight. Like,
Yeah, this running back of a middleweight, dude. This guy is 5'8" at fighting at 185.
he was fighting at heavyweight on the Contender
Yeah.
Series too, and then he
I'm
dropped
not
down
sure
two
why
weight classes.
Cody's listed at 204, but
He had a fight with McConico at light heavyweight, I believe,
uh
like short notice. But he
oh
lost
yeah,
that
that was the
fight
one
to
McConico
Eric
won by like decision,
McConico.
right?
Yeah, it was a close decision, but
Whatever.
st like if you're losing to Eric McConico,
Bruh.
like
Dude
I
got
can't
clip
pick you.
farmed by Susurkayev, who like, I'm not big on Susurkayev personally.
Yeah. I think Dante Johnson. I feel like Brundage might like cockroach his way into the second round, but Johnson's gonna knock him out. Second
I
round
think
TKO.
I think Dante Johnson has really fast hands and like he has a lot of experience fighting guys that are way bigger than him in his recent fights. Like Cedric Dumas is like a long, lanky guy. He kind of sucks though. But like on Contender Series, he fought a crappy heavyweight who's
I mean,
really
I picked
big.
Dumas to beat Brundage, so
Yeah. Uh, but like my point is Brundage is only like he's a pretty small middleweight, and I just don't see Dante Johnson, someone who's been like kind of known for slaying dudes bigger than him, having trouble with a guy like Cody Brundage. Like
no.
he's got really quick hands. Um, I like his build despite how short he is. I think he's honestly
Yeah.
like got some potential in this division. I'm really excited to see him
Yeah,
fight
I'm excited to
someone
see.
real. after
what
fighting
he does in
Cedric
this fight.
Duman, Cody Brundage back to back. But I'm gonna go round one KO. Down
Yeah,
to the
that's
ground.
fair prediction.
All right, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao Long.
Headlining what is this matchmaking? I mean, who made this
You don't
fight?
think this is cinema? You don't think this is a badass fight?
I mean, I think it'll be a pretty good fight, to be fair. Like, God, Cody Garbrandt is so washed, but I am gonna pick him to win this fight by decision.
I think like this is just a fight like this is one where I'm gonna pick off of vibes. Based on vibes to me, I think this is just one where Cody's gonna get like a little clip and people are gonna be like, "Yo, Cody Garbrandt, bro."
He's back,
Like,
dude.
look at that
I mean,
combo, dude. That was slick.
he was out striking Barcelos. Like, I think he's still got like just a little bit left in him, like enough to beat a guy like Zhao Long.
Like the people acting like Zhao Long's gonna win. Like he is just a really random guy.
Zhao
And
Long's favored, but like he's coming off a loss to you.
and
Like
to me, like
you beat Zhao Long.
Garbrandt's last two fights were against Figueiredo. Like, I don't rate Figueiredo crazy as far as like contenders at bantamweight, but like he is a high level fighter.
Yeah,
Um, and his other loss was to Barcelos, who's actually really, really good. He beat Peyton Talbot, who's ranked number
yeah.
10, beat
Out
Ricky Simone. He's
wrestled
on
him.
a
I mean,
big win streak. He's great. Um, Like I feel like those two losses don't really warrant me thinking that he's gonna lose to Xiaolong. I'm gonna
yeah,
go
I agree.
round two KO Cody Garbrandt. I think he's gonna get a little clip on Instagram. People are gonna be like, "Yo, look at that three uppercut, bro. That was slick,
Yeah.
dude. He's back. He's back. I want to see this guy fight Peter Yan." Um, dude, that's a good fight,
Zhao
dude.
Long, Zhao
Dude, that's a
Long's
good
pretty
fight.
durable, so I think he'll survive the distance. And Cody Garbrandt's gonna do his little emotes at range and
Yeah, I could see
flip
that.
farm his way to a 29-28 or a thirty
I could
twenty
see
seven
that.
decision.
I just feel like he's just gonna knock this rando out, in my opinion. All right, here we go. Main card.
Main card.
We're starting to actually get into some peak here. Honestly, for me, looking at the card, this might be I'm really excited for this fight as well.
Yeah,
This for me, this is my feature fight.
this fight
And
is so sick.
even possibly like I'm almost borderline like I'm really excited for this fight, but like man, this one it's almost contending with it as well.
Yeah,
Um, well, you start off.
I like both of these guys. I want Bruno Ferreira to win this fight. I'm gonna pick Gregory Rodriguez. I think he's gonna get it done by second round knockout. I think he's technical enough on the feet to beat a guy like Roman Kopylov. Like who I know he's not that good, but like a technical kickboxer kind of guy. And Bruno Ferreira, like his fight against Marvin Vettori, there were some flaws, I think, in the striking game. Like I think RoboCop's gonna hit him with something hard and send him in round two.
I was listening to what you were saying, and then I swear RoboCop just looked at me and I was just like, "Oh my God, Mr. President, what's up?" But personally, I'm gonna go with Bruno Ferreira. Like, I do think Rodriguez he is way bigger, and you do bring up a good point. Like that Vettori fight did look a bit but I feel like the bigger problem with that one is like he was fighting someone who was an iron chin who's going to be able to like easily last his like first round and a half chaos. And I
Yeah,
mean, we saw this in the last fight. Like Gregory Rodriguez's chin, as badass as he looks and as built as he is pretty bad.
he cuts a lot of weight. That's probably why.
Exactly. I think he'd
These
be
guys are
great at
both kind of chinny
205.
though. Like,
I think he'd be great at 205. I mean, he did get knocked out by Ruzaboyev.
yeah, he got chinned by Rusible. Like, I don't know, dude. This is a really two kind of glass cannons here.
This is really the battle of like just blockhead Brazilians swinging and banging in the center.
Yeah.
I really think. Did you have a specific round prediction? What did you say?
Round two for RoboCop, like early round two.
I do think this one's gonna last a bit longer. I think they're gonna both take damage. I'm gonna go like, yeah, I'll go round two, Bruno Ferreira. I think it's gonna be late in round two. Like, I think they're gonna low key both get cut. I think this is gonna be in a sick fight. This is gonna
Yeah,
be a
this is
hood
gonna be a
classic.
super
So
cool fight.
I low key hope neither of them gets knocked out early because I think the exchanges would be more fun if they can last a little bit.
Yeah,
All right, we got Drew Dober
this is
versus
gonna be a
Michael
hood classic
Johnson.
right here.
This is an interesting fight. This is two guys who've got very interesting records, you know,
Yeah.
especially Michael Johnson right here. Um,
Don't forget, Michael Johnson has wins over Tony Ferguson, Dustin Poirier, Edson Barboza. Like
this
three of the
man,
best notable wins of anybody.
this man will show up, chin Fedor Emelianenko, and then lose to your grandma. This is the kind of
He
fighter
lost to
this
Jamie
guy.
Malarkey.
Bro, Jamie, like, that's such a bad loss. Like,
Yeah, that's terrible.
um, however, Michael Johnson is on a streak right now, and
And
he's got
Zach Huber,
really
those
quick
wins are all
hands.
aging poorly though.
I know.
Look at the names on that. Darius
I
Flowers,
can't even name those dudes if I'm being dead
who,
honest with you right now.
Atman
Like,
Zaitar, again, who, and then the biggest Mexican fraud industry plant, Daniel Zellhuber.
yeah, who he couldn't knock out. But regardless, I just think Michael Johnson's got the quicker hands. I think he has got like more ways to touch Drew Dober than Drew Dober has to get at him effectively. I think the speed is going to be a big thing in this fight. So I'm going to go with Michael Johnson. I think he's going to find a KO in like round two.
I'm also going to go with Michael Johnson, similar reasons. I'm going to pick him to win a decision. And a lot of the reason I'm basing this off of is like, I know Drew Dober beat Kyle Prepolek, but he looked bad in that fight for the first two rounds. Like,
That was a bad performance.
he dropped two rounds to Prepolek and then kicked him in the balls, got a point deducted, realized I need to finish this guy, and then he locked in
Got
and
three
finished him.
minutes to recover and get, strong and recovered and ready to finish the
Yeah.
fight while the other guy's out of the fight, not thinking about it.
I got Michael Johnson by decision,
Yeah.
29-28.
We want this guy fighting in a nice little fight. There's a lot of good names at lightweight. Like,
I need to see him fight Bobby Green.
I think that's a great fight. That's the first one on my mind, but like there's some prospects he'd be interesting to fight. Like imagine like Chanko making his debut against this guy. That'd be funny as hell.
That'd be cool. Now
Um,
the cookout needs to see Michael Johnson versus Bobby Green.
yeah, Bobby Green, Michael Johnson, I think is the fight to make after this. Both coming off of wins after this. I think similar timeline. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Moving up the card, Raul Rosas versus Rob Font.
Why is Raul Rosas looking at me like that, man?
Bro, like shit, like why are you so angry? Like I did not make you look like that. Like God forbid, bro. I had nothing to do with your genetics, dog. Like
I was watching a
chill
UFC
out.
looks maxing tier list today. This guy's at the very
Sub one,
bottom.
sub one.
So
All right, you start.
I'm gonna go with Rob Font by decision. I think Rosas is gonna get a takedown here and there, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do enough with it to beat Rob Font. I think Font will be able to get back up and piece him up on the feet, do more damage, and I think he'll get his way to a 29-28 decision. Like a pretty clear one.
I Font has nice striking. Like I think this is something we talked about on the tier list video. David Martinez is a guy I like a lot. He got that win against Cheeto Vera. It wasn't the best win. Low key, he was getting touched up a little bit at the end, but like Vera
Martinez
does
is a
that to
good
everyone.
technical striker,
Vera
though.
is so good at the end. Um, and he just throws, yeah, he throws sick combos. Uh, I think David Martinez is going to be like a mainstay of the top five at bantamweight. And Rob Font honestly did not do that bad in this fight. which is why I do want to pick him, but I think his takedown defense is just like too sus for me to like feel like Raul Rusus won't find a way to win 2 rounds.
Yeah, I don't like, but Rosas, who's his best
He's
win?
such an
Can
industry plant to me.
can you name his best win for me? Anybody he's beaten?
He beat Ricky Tercios. Well, I said that earlier. I did say that earlier. He beat Vince
That's true.
Morales. He beat that this random black dude who is like actually maybe the like worst looking fighter I've ever seen to fight.
Who is that?
All right. So he does have bad like wins, I won't lie. And I do think he's an industry plant. Part of what I was saying with that one is I do feel like Rob Font did well in that fight, but I just think that's because he's a really good striker. I
Yeah,
don't think Raul Rosas is looking to strike at all in this matchup. I
no,
think he's going to try to get as much control time as possible. I'm not
yeah,
going to be happy about this pick. We've talked about this. I'm switching up on this pick. Originally, I was going to say Rob Font. I do think Raul Rosas is going to be able to find a way to upset the fans, and we're going to get 29-28 Raul Rosas, I think.
that's fair.
Decision. All right. Now we're getting into peak. Caio Braulio versus Reiner de Ritter.
I'm still really conflicted on this one, to be honest.
I'm very, very dead set on my pick. I'm very confident on my pick on this one. I think I'm going to bet pretty heavily on Caio. I have a lot of belief in Caio in this fight. Reiner de Ritter is a guy like honestly before the Brendan Allen fight, I'm not gonna front and be like, yeah, I picked Brendan Allen. No, I didn't pick Brendan Allen. I'm not an idiot. If I were to pick Brendan Allen, I would be an idiot. But here's the thing. Before he took that fight, I was like, man, I don't know if I were him, if I would take that fight against the guy who's like has everything to win and I have everything to lose. Because to me, this guy is kind of like a tricky, fluky kind of fighter. I think he can, like, he has tools to beat people, but I feel like at the same time, anyone could catch him at the right time and chin him. I
I
think,
mean,
like,
Robert Whitaker dropped him bad in their fight.
exactly. Robert Whittaker dropped him really bad. His health is a concerning issue to me. We saw that in the Brendan Allen fight, how his cardio wasn't very good. And I mean, even in the Whittaker fight as well, like he started off really well and then he kind of needed to like chill out against the fence and just kind of hold Whittaker to win those last couple rounds. I think his striking is like fine. He's got a nice jab that he is able to throw out really effectively and often. But I think Kaio is just a lot faster. And I think he's just a better athlete with better reaction time. I think he's going to be able to find a finish with his boxing. I think he's going to try to avoid the ground with RDR. I don't think there's any reason for him to be there. I think he's got good jiu-jitsu, but I don't think that's the method to victory in this matchup. I want to see Caio Borralho mix up the combinations, body, head. I think he'll be able to make Rainer de Ritter crit around. I'm gonna go with third round knockout, early third round knockout for Caio Borralho.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with Rainier de Ritter via decision. I think this is going to be a really close fight, to be honest. I could see this being like a split decision either way. But de Ritter, I think, like he looked really good in that first round against Brendan Allen. I think he'll have improved his cardio enough, like slowed down the activity a little bit so that he's like fully recovered back to 100%. I think that'll be enough for him to kind of scrape one out, like land the bigger shots on the feet against Borralho. I don't think he'll out volume him, but I think he might land bigger shots, maybe rock him once or twice. And I think
Rock
he'll
him with
get
what?
enough, just one of those blockhead blitzes,
With
like
what though? Like what is like with a knee? Because I could see that, but I can't see him hurting with anything else but a knee.
I
I
could
don't
see
see him
like
hurting him with the hands.
like threatening a clinch knee and then like threatening to get into the clinch and then landing like a short hook or something like
Maybe, now that you
and
say that, I think something that he maybe should use more is such a knee threat in the clinch that like I could see him if he used elbows a bit more. I could see him cutting
yeah,
Kaio. Kaio is cuttable.
that's true. And I think he'll be able to get some top control, do enough to swing a couple rounds his way. But close decision, I think, for Rainier DeRitter.
Honestly, man, like my opinion, I'm pretty confident in Kaio in this. I'm not crazy about him at middleweight. Like I don't think he quite has the creativity of a guy that you need to be a champion at middleweight. Like I feel like you think of like a typical middleweight champion like Israel Adesanya, super creative, like technical striker, like DDP, obviously he's not like technical, but like he does
Yeah.
stuff that you would just never really think of. Um,
Also, I do think DeRitter has the physicality advantage. You know, like he's 6'4". He's a big
he
dude.
is a big guy.
I
But
think he's just bigger than Kyle. That'll help him with the ground game.
like I don't think Kaio has like the creativity to become like champion in this division. Like I think a boy like Christian Leroy Duncan, that boy switching, he throwing the spinning, throwing the flying knees. I think that boy's gonna be a middleweight champion. I don't think this guy's gonna be champion, but I think this is a great matchup for him. I'm going Caio Borralho. All right, final bout. This is peak. We got Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. Now, I
I
will say
mean,
I nearly switched up on my pick, but I'm staying firm.
really, you nearly switched up.
I nearly switched up. So here's the thing. The narrative was getting to me. I was thinking about like Charles's grappling is so great. And I just was thinking like besides the Ilya fight, his durability is really good.
Is
But
it he gets dropped in every fight, you know?
there's
Like
something that came to
Chandler
me, bro.
dropped him, Gaethje dropped him.
Continue. He's gotten dropped
I
by more
think
people. Gotten dropped by Poirier,
I have the script for this fight, okay?
knocked out by
Max
Ilya.
Max, he's gonna drop him in the first round. Charles will recover nicely, have a couple moments, maybe rock him on the feet a little bit, and then I don't think he's gonna be able to implement the wrestling on Max though. I think Max will be able to keep it on the feet and then start wearing him down with volume. And then I think he'll find a TKO late in the third round.
Yeah, see, like I was concerned about the wrestling. I think the big thing in this matchup is I don't think Charles Oliveira has ever fought someone with movement like Max Holloway. All
Yeah,
the people that we just mentioned who had rocked Charles Oliveira, knocked him down, or even KO'd him like Ilya. Ilya has like he's a super like in the matrix fighter, but he fights going forwards, and I feel like everyone Charles fights likes to meet him in the center the way Charles likes to meet in the center. Although this is a BMF fight, obviously they're gonna throw a bunch of strikes. I see Max Holloway fighting in the back foot a lot, which he does really, really well. He got a
I
KO
agree
on the
with that.
back foot against the Korean Zombie. He dropped him twice in the back foot. I was just watching that earlier. Against Ilia Topuria, so far in Ilia Topuria's title reign, Max took him to the best fight by far, in my opinion.
And
Did by
also, we
far the
haven't
best.
seen the
Went
extent to
backwards
how
that
to
whole
which
fight. Did well.
we haven't seen the extent to which Charles Oliveira's chin has recovered from being flatline KO'd by Ilia Topuria. Like
Because I mean,
Gamrot
we've
didn't.
never seen Gamrot hurt anyone in the UFC.
Gamrot has pillow hands and didn't really hit him with much anyway.
No, I mean honestly, he did walk forward a couple shots that you would think are good on someone else, but that's honestly an indication of like, I mean, Max is starting to look like he's got real power in his last few fights, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is
what he
what
did against
concerns me.
Gaethje,
I don't think this is going to be a KO for Holloway. I'm going to pick Holloway by decision in this one.
48, 47, 49, 46 type of.
I think it's going to be a pretty dominant decision. I think Charles will be able to have like one round with the grappling. I think it'll be like 49-46, pretty dominant decision. I think either way it goes, it'll be dominant. I think if
I mean,
Charles wins, it'll be either. I don't really see a KO. I think it'd be a sub. I could
yeah.
see like an arm bar for Charles. If he gets a sub, I think it'd be like an arm bar. Um,
Yeah, I could see that.
but I just think Holloway's movement's so good. I think he's gonna sting him on the back foot, set him up for big shots. I think that spinning back kick to the body that he hits is so nice. And like
Yeah, that could be effective against Charles.
I think, yeah, Charles just kind of walks forward and he does really well getting people to plod right into that. Um, yeah, I think Max Holloway is gonna put on a really good fight in this one, and I think he's
Yeah,
honestly like, if were to leave this division for whatever reason, this guy versus Arman would be a really, really good fight. I think
that'd
this
be a
is
sick
really
fight.
the only guy I think in the division. Obviously, Ilya could beat him, but if Ilya were to leave the division, I think Max Holloway is the only guy in the division who could beat him. So I'm gonna go Max Holloway by decision. Um, Next week we are gonna see how we did on these picks. We're gonna react to all the fights and then do the predictions for next week as well. Um, we're gonna keep a tally. We're gonna figure out who the better Aiden is. I mean, it's obviously gonna be me.
We'll see how this one
Weller's a
goes.
casual. Everyone knows this. But we both agree on this one. I do think we're gonna agree on a lot of the main events. Um,
Yeah, the ones coming up I think are somewhat straightforward as far as predictions
yeah.
go, but
Yeah, I mean, our channel our channel profile picture is literally the guy fighting next week. So, I think you guys know who's going to be picked next week by both of us, but that's it. This is our first prediction video. This is going to be the main like thing of the channel. So, stay tuned. Peace out.